All right, so we got a really cool travelogue sent in about Kolkata, India, and we're going to do a deep dive on it.
I'm excited.
I think this is going to be a really fascinating one. I think people are going to get a lot out of it.
Me too. I mean, Kolkata, it's such a vibrant city. So much history.
Yeah, so much to unpack.
Exactly. And this travelogue really captures like the essence of the city.
Yeah, definitely. And, we want to help people kind of get up to speed quickly, right?
Absolutely. Give them that quick start guide to Kolkata.
Yeah, like if you could only, spend a day or two there.
Right.
What are the things that you absolutely have to see and experience?
Yeah, the must-dos.
Yeah, exactly.
So we've gone through this travelogue and we've pulled out like the key landmarks, the cultural hotspots, the food you can't miss, and even a bit about the nightlife.
Yeah, I'm really excited to dive into the food section.
Of course, who isn't?
But let's start with those iconic landmarks.
Perfect.
The Victoria Memorial, it's featured quite a bit in the travelogue.
Yeah, that's like a must-see in Kolkata.
It's more than just a pretty building, though, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, it's stunning architecturally. It's this blend of British and Indian styles called Indo-Saracenic.
Interesting.
But it was also meant to be the symbol of British power,
Oh, I see.
back when India was under British rule, and today it's a museum, so you can really step back in time and learn about that colonial era.
That's really cool. And what about the Howrah Bridge? That was another one that really stood out.
Yeah, the Howrah Bridge, that thing is unbelievable. It's this massive bridge over the Hooghly River, and it's constantly packed with people, cars, buses, everything.
Yeah, the travelogue mentioned how busy it was, like all hours of the day and night.
Exactly. It's like the lifeline of the city. And architecturally, it's a cantilever bridge, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, I'm not an engineer, but it sounds impressive.
It's a feat of engineering, for sure. And then we have the Indian Museum, which is like a history buff's dream come true.
Oh, yeah, that sounds right up my alley.
Right. It's the oldest and largest museum in India, with artifacts that date back thousands of years. I mean, they even have mummies there.
Whoa, mummies in India. I never would have thought.
It's a real journey through time. Like, you get to see the whole sweep of Indian history and culture in one place.
That's amazing. And there was one other landmark mentioned, Jorasanko Thakur Bari. Does that ring a bell?
Oh, yes, of course. For any literature fans out there, this is a must-see. It's the ancestral home of Rabindranath Tagore.
Oh, wow. Tagore. That's a big name.
Huge. He was a Bengali polymath, like a poet, writer, philosopher, artist, composer.
Wow, a true Renaissance man.
Yeah, and the first non-European to win the Nobel Prize in literature.
That's incredible. So his home must be full of history.
Absolutely. It gives you a glimpse into the world that shaped him and Bengali culture as a whole.
It's amazing how these landmarks tell the story of Kolkata,
Yeah, they paint a picture of a city steeped in history, but also vibrant and alive.
Exactly. Okay, so moving on to the spiritual and cultural side of things.
Yes, the travelogue mentions a couple of temples that are really important. The Dakshineswar Temple, which sits right on the banks of the Hooghly River.
Okay, and this temple is dedicated to goddess Kali.
That's right. And it's also closely associated with Ramakrishna Paramhansa, a very influential spiritual leader.
So it's a major pilgrimage site.
Definitely. And then there's the Kalighat Kali Temple, which is considered one of the Shakti Pithas.
Shakti-pithas.
Yeah, they're these sacred sites that are believed to hold the divine power of the goddess Shakti. And Kalighat is one of the most important ones.
So it draws huge crowds of devotees.
Absolutely. People come from all over India to worship there, and it's not just Hindu temples. The travelogue also talks about St. Paul's Cathedral.
Oh, yeah, a beautiful example of Gothic architecture. To the food now, if that's okay with you.
Let's dig in.
So the travelogue talks about starting your day with chai and Kathy rolls on Park Street.
Oh, yeah, that's classic Kolkata street food. You gotta try a Kathy roll. It's like this delicious wrap filled with meat or veggies and spices.
Sounds amazing. And then puchkas at Vivekananda Park.
Puchkas, those are a must. They're these little crispy shells filled with spiced potatoes and tamarind water. You just pop them in your mouth, and it's like an explosion of flavor.
It sounds like a flavor explosion.
Hmm.
I'm getting hungry just thinking about it.
Me too, and we can't forget about the sweets.
The sweet, oh yes, the travelogue mentioned rasgulla and mishti doi.
Ah, those are iconic Bengali sweets. Rasgulla is like this spongy cheese ball and sweet syrup, and mishti doi is a creamy sweet yogurt.
Oh wow, I've never tried either of those, but they both sound amazing.
They're a must-try for sure. They'll give you a real taste of Kolkata.
Okay, noted. And